everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Q&A, get to know me. I posted on my Facebook of basic questions that you guys wanted to know about me, and they were pretty intense. So it's gonna get personal with me, and yeah, I guess you all really want to know some deep questions. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump into it so you guys can know a little bit more about me. So I took most of the questions and I had to really write them down and really think of really what the real answers were, instead of just me just reading them off and me thinking of just bullshit. So a little bit about me. My name's Christina, obviously. I feel like I'm in one of those interview processes. I'm 29. I'm going to be 30 in September. I have a 4-year-old son who's about to be 5 in the end of May. His name is Lucas. I'm sure most of you guys already know that, but if you don't, he's my pride and joy and the love of my life, and couldn't see life without him. So that is just a little bit of basics about me. I do YouTube. I also am a makeup artist, a freelance makeup artist on the side, so I do makeup in my spare time. I also work for Genesis Global, which is also, if you've heard of Instantly Ageless, it is get rid of your bags in your eyes within 2 minutes. It is the miracle cure for your face. If you want a facelift and you can't afford it, come see me. I will leave you the link down below to my website. So yeah, so that's the things that I do. So let's get into the questions, because they get pretty deep. I'm going to just tell you that right now. They get seriously super deep towards the end. But I have nothing to hide from you guys. Most of you guys know me already. But we'll start with some basic questions first. Randy off of my Facebook, he asked, what's my favorite food? And my favorite food would have to be Mexican food. I can probably eat beans every single day. Yeah, so Mexican food would have to be my ultimate favorite. Next question is camping and fishing. So I have been camping a few times in my life with my father, and fishing. I think fishing is absolutely boring. I do like to go for like the scenery. Scenery is pretty. I like to go up there and meditate and relax, and that's pretty much it. Me and fishing, fishing, I get so bored and I end up start singing, and people get mad because they can't catch fish, and then my singing, I believe, brings the fish to me, because every time I sing to the fish, I catch a fish, and I'm super excited, and then I try to do it again, and then 5 hours later, I'm upset because it's boring, and I'm bored, and yeah, so needless to say, not a camping and a fishing person. Will I go? Yes. This brings me to another topic about me. I am scared of highways. So those of you that know me know that I will not drive on a highway. So if we are going camping or fishing, say in the mountains, I'm not going. I have a huge fear of the highway. I have no idea where it's come from, but I've always had that issue. But yes, like I've said, I have been up the mountain before, and I have gone camping and fishing, but I'm scared to death of the highway. Some people are scared of, heights, and some people are scared of snakes. I'm scared of the highway, so don't hate me for that. So yeah, that was Randy's questions. Jordan asked me my favorite movies, which would be My Sister's Keeper. My favorite shows would be American Horror Story, love those, and Sons of Anarchy. And then I get super girly, like Switched at Birth, and just some really girly ones. I mean, there's so many to count, I can't even. I love vampire shows like The Salem. That was really good. The Secret Circle, I love that one. Witches of Eastwick, a lot of fairy tale shows, but I do love those. Next he asked, what kind of music do I listen to? So my phone is pretty much my music portal, I guess, and I literally have everything on there. If you know me, you know I have everything on my phone. To everything, from rap all the way down to classical music to easy listening music, everywhere in between, Spanish music, everything. So, I mean, to name a few, today, like, I was listening to Bruno Mars and Fleetwood Mac. I'm always listening to music everywhere I go. If I'm getting ready, my music is on. If I'm doing the dishes, the music is on. When I go to sleep, the music is on. Like, everywhere I go, the music is playing. The Weeknd, he is super good. I love The Weeknd. Luke Bryan, who can't go, without him in your life. I'm trying to read some things that I've got in my phone here. All the way to NSYNC. Come on now. Don't even try to tell me you girls did not have a crush on somebody in NSYNC when you were growing up. I know me and my girlfriends would fight over him, so don't judge. I think Journey, I grew up with Journey. My mother loves Journey, so she just went and saw the Journey concert in Vegas. So, yeah, everything. I mean, you name it, I've got it. It's here. And if I don't have it and I like it, I'm putting it in there right away. So, yeah. Drinks was his next question for me, and I love Pepsi. Pepsi is, I'm addicted to Pepsi. It is a bad, 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 bad situation for me. I am trying to not drink soda anymore. I now have the water that's infused, so that you can put fruit in the middle of it, and then you put water on the outside, so I can be a little bit more healthier. And I am trying like it's nobody's business to switch over to just water and infused. Every once in a while, I will have a root beer, because root beer is not as bad as Pepsi, but yeah, I'm a Pepsi-aholic. Next question, Alex said, what side do you sleep on? Side, back, or belly? And I don't think that there's only one. I think, so here, another fun fact for you. I sleep with my arms up. Up, down is not comfortable for me, but up this way, over this way, under my pillow, sleeping on my belly. It's a horrible habit of mine that I am trying to break very, very hard. That's hard. I can't do it. It's so comfortable for me to put my hands up, but the next morning I wake up, my back hurts, and I have all kinds of knots in the back of my back. So it's a learning process for me all over again of how to figure out how to sleep. So, Alex, I don't know how to answer that. I do sleep on my side. I do sleep on my back. I do sleep on my belly, not as much as the rest of them, but those three are definitely in all of the above, because I'm a wild sleeper, I guess. I do move a lot in my sleep, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Sorry. All right, so here we go into the deep stuff, and you know exactly who you are who asked me all of these questions. So I will literally go in the order you asked me. First question, besides your son, what is your passion? So how do I answer this? Okay. So my whole life, I always question myself of what am I here for? What am I doing? Like, where am I going? And I never knew the answer, ever. Like, I didn't know where I was going. Like, I had an idea of where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do and who I was going to be in this world or what I was doing here. Like, I would literally think every day, all day long, in my head, if you were talking to me or anything, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, what in the hell am I doing here? What is my purpose in life? Like, all of these questions would come to me, and I could never answer them. until, I will say, maybe the last 2 years, I finally figured out what I was here for. I honestly believe that I'm here to change people's lives. And that might sound kind of weird, and that might sound kind of like, oh yeah, sure, she really thinks that she can do that. But I try, and I'm going to say that again, I try to touch as many people's lives as I can who are around me. I try to be as positive as I can. And I try to smile at everybody and hug people and high-five them and make them have a better day. I try on a daily basis to do that. Everybody that is close to me knows that I'm always smiling, I'm always laughing, I'm always trying to be positive and bringing a light in the room, and I feel like I am meant to change people's lives. A lot of people come to me who are going through a hard time and need somebody to talk to, and they enjoy talking to me because I do try to be positive, and I try to use my experience with them to maybe guide them in a healthy and good direction. So if you knew me years ago, I'm talking like 3-4 years ago, I was never positive. So many things in life had gone wrong and not the way I expected them to go, and I made horrible choices in life. So I always thought something was going to happen. And it still does. Like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back, whatever you want to say it. But now I'm more positive about those horrible things that happen in my life. So, yeah, I don't know. My passion is to change as many lives as I possibly can. Another passion of mine is YouTube. I am loving making my YouTube videos. I love it. I love when people comment to me and they're like, oh, I did that. I did your look. I copied it, and you taught me well, and you made me look beautiful, and thank you so much for teaching me how to do that. Like, that right there makes me feel 100% better as a person, that I can reach out to you guys and, do something for you guys. Even though I'm here in my living room, and you're there, hopefully in your living room or wherever you're at, and you leave, after this message with something good. That's my passion. Makeup's my passion as well. It might seem like such a girly thing to most people, but if you ever taken that woman who is at home with 5 kids, in her sweatpants and t-shirt with, food all over her and SpaghettiOs in her hair and, running around constantly, that doesn't have time to put makeup on, and then she calls you and goes, you know what, I want to be beautiful for one day. And you recreate this look that she's never had. And then you put her in front of a mirror and you just see her face completely light up. It changes who she is. She feels sexy. She can go home to her husband and he knows how sexy she is, but it's rekindling those feelings all over again for her. That right there makes me feel like $1 million, because I made somebody feel something that they haven't felt in so long. And that's why I try using that whole, if you read my Facebook, changing people's lives one brush at a time, because honestly, I am. And I'm trying to change your life with my makeup brush. And it might not seem like much to somebody, but it's enough for me to make me feel great about myself. So, if you don't like it, step off. Next question is, what was, or if any, was the most defining moment in your life? So, the most defining moment in my life was when I finally found out I found myself and who I was as a woman. So, I'm about to be 30. I've gone through some really hard times, horrible mistakes, all of those good fun stuff, things. And it took me a long time to realize as a woman all of these things. So, yes, I always thought, I know I'm a woman, obviously, but to actually be a woman is one of those things that you grow into. You know, when I was 18, I thought, yeah, I'm a woman, I'm an adult, I can do this, I can become all of these things, I could be anything, but I didn't think in my head like I really could be anything. And then I'd make one mistake after another, after another, after another, and a few more. And then they all usually had names. But once I finally stepped away from everything and realized, who do I want to be? And that brings me back to that whole, conversation of what am I doing here? Once I figured out what I was doing here, I started to feel like a woman. I started to think for myself. I started to not letting outside people determine my fate in life. And in all honesty, I have one life. Whether you believe in reincarnation or anything, I have one life. It's mine. It's nobody else's. It's mine. And it took me, I want to say, at least 27 years to realize that, one, I don't have to please anybody anymore. Two, I don't have to fight for everybody to be proud of me. Three, when shit goes down, who really is the only one there? Is me. I'm the one who has to fix it. Yes, you might give me advice, and you might help me in certain other ways, but it's still me who has to be there to fix it. So it's my life. So once I finally figured out that I only have one life, I have to do it my way so that I don't, regret it later, and I don't even want to regret anything. I want to be able to say, I tried it, I did it, I didn't like it, but I tried it. So, yeah, a little off subject, I think. But my defining moment was when I finally figured out who I was as a woman. I have grown, I have matured, I have become a better person. I am doing things for myself because it's my life. I'm happy where I'm at. I couldn't have asked for anything better. So, that's a defining moment for you. So the third question was, how did it affect me? And obviously, I pretty much told you, I finally fell in love with who I was and made sure from there on out that I wasn't going to change. I'm not going to change for anybody. If you don't like me, you know where the front door is. And people would always tell me, you have to love yourself first, Christina, before you can love anybody else. And I was like, right. I have enough love in me to love everybody. I can love everybody. And I just realized all it did was wear me down. And I wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it for everybody else. So, it's true. And it took me a long time to realize really how true that was, because I finally love who I am and love myself, and now I can love somebody just as well, and it's so much more powerful now than it has ever been. Number 4 was, if you could go back and change it, would you? I would not go back and change me being lost as a person. Me being lost as a person has made me who I am today. Yes, there are things that I wish, I'll sit here and I'll think about and say, God, I wish I did that differently, or I wish this didn't happen. But I can't take it back because I wouldn't be who I am now. I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't, because I love who I am now, and it took all of those, milestones and all those steps and the crying and the struggling and the everything to get me here. So no, I would not go back and change it. So number 5, pretty touchy here, pretty touchy. What is your biggest regret? I didn't even sound right. What is your biggest regret? Well, I've got some mini ones here, okay? So, one would be utilizing the time in the right ways. I am so done with my 20s. I don't know if anybody else feels that way or ever felt that way, but I'm done with my 20s. I feel like I've been in my 20s my whole life. I'm done. I have lived, I've screwed up, I've obviously done all of these things. I'm done. I'm done with my 20s. But do I wish that I would have used the time correctly? Absolutely. I wish that while I was in high school, I would have actually done better in high school instead of worrying about the things that I was worrying about. I wish I would have went to college when I got out of high school. I would have done a lot of things back then that now I'm wishing that I can still do and I plan on doing. But utilizing the time in the right ways would be really the best thing that I think I could go back and change. Boys, school, life, everything. So utilizing time. I always think about all those times where I'm going, if you had a whole year, why didn't you do something? No, you were off doing all these other things, or your mind was somewhere else, then, why did you waste your time on that? Like, time. You can't get it back. All you do is move forward. And Jaclyn Hill, she is another makeup guru on YouTube, but she has a mug, a coffee mug, in her display on the back of her YouTube, and it pretty much says something along the lines of, you have the same amount of time as Beyonce. The same 24 hours as Beyonce. Time. I have the same amount of time as Beyonce, but why am I not next to Beyonce? Makes me think quite a bit. Alright, so this is getting pretty long, but I got all my notes, literally. Number 6. Who was the most influential person in your life besides your parents? And this is going to sound horrible, but it's the most truest thing I've ever felt in my life. The most influential people in my life were literally the people that were lonely and struggling in my life. Literally. I remember days of crying and going to a certain person and going, when is this going to stop? When is my life going to turn around? Why is this so hard for me? Why can't I do this? And this person, I won't name names, would say, I have no idea. I'm in my 50s and I still haven't figured it out. They'd be like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be that person. Don't want to be that person. So they influenced me to go, I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to do it. Get your shit together, Christina. And, if you can't use your parents in this, that's really the only answer I have for you. Alright, so number 7. What person in history do you admire and why? So, this is going to sound super cliche, I guess, but Marilyn Monroe, she is the lady that I admire. I mean, in all honesty, she was strong, beautiful, independent. She had a dream. She lived in a man's world where everyone told her she couldn't do it. And I've lived in a man's world most of my whole life, and where men have told me, you can't do it. You're not going to be anybody. You can't do these things. And all I want to say to them is, literally, because, watch, I am going to do it. And I don't care what you say. So, she's the same way, and you can actually see her. She's right here on my wall in a little lawn chair with her leg up. And it's got a cool little writing on here. But yes, my Honey Bunches of Oats got me this at the flea market a few weeks ago, and I love it. So yeah, I admire her the most. I mean, she had a dream. I have a dream. She's strong and independent. I am strong and independent. So I think we're kind of like two alike. She's blonde, I'm, dark hair, so we could be sisters. Just saying, okay? Just saying. Number 8. If I could do anything in the world as a profession, what would it be? So, God, I mean, one, I would love to do my YouTube as a profession. That's my dream goal, and that's what I'm doing. I'm working my butt off to make sure that that goal is reached. So, subscribe down below. Come on, people. Second thing would be, oh man, I do want to create my own beauty line at one point in time in my life. Not anytime soon, but I do want to have my own beauty line, and I'm not quite sure exactly what it is. I do know that I have little cards that I put up all over my mirror in my bathroom of, my dreams and my goals, and one of them literally says, pick the name for your beauty supply line, because that is one of my goals. Yeah, that's what I would love to do. Those are my professions that I would love to do. YouTube, number uno. Number 9, do you like the person you see in the mirror? And I absolutely love the person I see in my mirror. So, absolutely yes. I really do. 5 years ago? No. Today? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Joe said, so that's done with all of the questions from that one person who, you know who you are. Joe is somebody that I've known for quite a long time. He worked for my father, and so, hi Joe. Anyways, he had some questions for me, and it was my ultimate goal, place, time, and doing. So, my ultimate goal is to be on YouTube full-time, be partnered with them, have 1 million viewers on my YouTube channel. So these are things that I do have, like I said, on those little cards that I do have on my bathroom mirror, is to have 1 million viewers. I know I can make it. I know my channel is small right now, but all it takes is word of mouth and people to believe in my dream as much as I believe in it. And if you are that person that is sharing this post and, spreading the word about my YouTube and helping me grow my dream, I want to say thank you. I want to thank you so much for everything that you were doing, because you were helping me accomplish my dream. And I absolutely thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. So, yes, that's my ultimate goals. And then my beauty line. Place. So, I've lived in Colorado my whole life. I've left maybe 2 or 3 times. I hate Colorado. I hate it. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. It's cold. I hate the cold. I hate snow. It snows. It snows, rains, hails, thunders, lightnings, hails. I don't know if I said that already. Tornadoes, hurricanes, all in one day. Oh, and then give it to noon. It'll be sunny again. I could have swore 2 weeks ago I woke up to lightning and thundering out, but it was snowing. It's like, what the hell? Like blizzardy. There's thunder and lightning. Then it turned into rain, so everything froze. So all of the roads were icy. And then by like 2 o'clock it was sunny again, and it was all gone. I don't want it. I don't want it no more. I don't. And I honestly think Vegas is calling me. It's saying, move, move. I think that's what it's saying. Kind of sound like a cow just at that moment. But anyways, don't judge me again. Don't judge me. But Vegas is my ultimate goal and where I would love to go and live. So that is in the working and becoming a plan. Lucas starts kindergarten in August, so there we'll see what happens. Will it happen before then? Will it happen next summer? I don't know. You'll be the first one to find out then, I guess, right? So that's my ultimate goal. That's my place. Time ASAP. Hello. Oh, look at those big old things. There's everywhere. Time, yeah, ASAP. If I can get 1 million views on this video right now, shoot. Hello. Come on, let's shoot for 1 million. We can get 1 million. If we can get 1 million in 1 week, oh man, I have no idea how happy I am. So another ultimate goals of mine, and these are not career-wise, these are just personal-wise. So one is be somebody. Another thing is never let my fears be bigger than my dreams. You will see that on my Facebook constantly. I plan on getting that tattooed on my forehead because I am scared of everything. Scared of everything. And I'm never going to let my fears be bigger than my dreams. I have dreams. I want to be somebody. I am somebody, and I can't let it scare me. I just can't. I can't do it. I'm not going to. You can't make me. So, yeah, I'm going to cut this off now. That is the last of all my questions. It's the last of all I'm going to tell you. This video is going to be super, super long. I might have to cut some of this out, but, you know, it is what it is. So, hopefully you got to know me a little bit better, and who I am. And here I am, like, slouching down more and more in my chair here. Like, I just got super comfortable in our relationship. Hope that is enough for you to know about me a little bit more personally. I know you've seen my videos of me and my heart condition and my medical side and all of that, but this kind of gets you in kind of who I am as a person. So hopefully you liked it, and hopefully I didn't scare too many of you guys away with, you know, my craziness. But if it did, sorry. Yeah. Have a good day. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below. If you have anything to say, leave it down here. Like, share, and subscribe. So, other than that, be well. Thank you for watching, and watch all the rest of my videos. So, thank you so much for watching.